Hi everybody. So I've just had a really good day and I'm going to take you to the project I've been working on. It's been in the doldrums for about a year and a half, and so consequently it suffered from rain damage and wind damage. So yesterday I spent time reinforcing certain parts of it, and as we approach you will notice what I'm talking about. So it's opposite the ark. It's a food tunnel, and it's basically to ensure that people get more privacy when they go to the toilet, and here it is. So as you can see, the floor was already instated. I've done it about a year and a half ago, and yesterday I spent time reinforcing some of the joists so that you could basically dance on it now without it collapsing. Bearing in mind I'm using wood to the maximum here, so I had no more extra joists to use, so I had to design it so that the pallets fitted and didn't bend at any point with the weight of a person on it. So let's go round to the entranceway, and it's pretty much the same case with the pallets. I didn't cut any of them apart from one piece here on the right next to the gateway, and the gateway is the old gateway made of willow from a yurt which is totally rotten now, and the base of the yurt, if I just go back here, is at the top, and you can see how much that rotted. So this is the ark, and there's the base of the yurt gate, which can't really be used anymore. So I just basically put the gate straight into the pallets on the ground, or on the floor, on the raised floor, because underneath it, next to all that charcoal taking up any surplus juices, is the compost bin, the human compost bin. That's where all the poop goes when you sit down. This is my recycling point here, so I've got some debris from the land, and I've got some what you call press mats from the olive mill, and I use them for mulching. But that's another video. So I'm going to climb up, and where I'm climbing up is going to be a stairway which is going to be made of wood, all recycled, all reclaimed wood. And here we are. So you enter, and I've shrunk the space a little bit. That's quite natural to do that, I think, but it's really quite beautiful just to be able to sit here. And there's the seat. Now I'll open the seat for you, and unfortunately the rain has got to it, but that's a good thing about using this type of material, is that it's just really replaceable. You find it, you don't have to pay for it, and you just take another piece and take out the rotten one, you see. So you can now sit here, and there's a screw right there in the front. That's going to be the entranceway, and obviously there's a back way in and a front way in, and from here I can just about see the chickens and the goose over there in the pen. So it's just enough privacy so that nobody can actually look in. But this is just maybe the second stage of the whole process, because I'm going to build a dome over the top of it using the old crown from the yurt that's rotten, and then I'm going to weave it all with cane, pretty much the same way I've woven the food tunnel. So you have to imagine it. I'll just jump in down there. You see how I've woven that cane? Well, I'm just going to do the same, go down to the dry riverbeds, pick it all, and drag it all up, and then I'm going to make a dome over the top with a crown so you can see through it. Now, it don't have to be waterproof, anything like that. It's an outdoor structure. Pallets are pretty durable. They last for a good long time, and you can get them for free. So everything you see here is free. Even these blocks, I looked around and found them on the beach. Other than the cement, really, everything you're looking at is free. So I've been struggling a bit with tools. We've got a 3.5 hectare farm here, and we're not fully equipped. But I'm going to thank my sponsors, Natalie Vin and Guido Neatlin, for supporting me and buying me the generator, and actually supporting a system project as well. So some infrastructural needs on the land, and I'm getting supported by a couple of people, but I do want to especially mention Natalie and Guido for that. So let's go around the other side. So imagine there there's a vine already grown up, and that's going to come up through the middle. Maybe I'll attach a pole or something like that, and it will eventually grow over the dome of the toilet, of the compost loo. And there will be a nice little stairway here, so you can actually enter it from the left or maybe even from the right, and then you've got a platform before you go through the gateway. So let's go around the back, because I think it looks much smarter. And you can see how much material I collect. I'm making my own biochar. I've got rabbit manure right next to the chicken pen, and every other morning I throw rotten cabbage leaves over and they eat the whole lot up. So a nice little area here developing. Not quite finished. There's going to be a little stairway here so you can jump up onto the wall, which is why I haven't totally fixed everything yet. But you can see a dome here. Well, I don't think that's good enough at the moment. That crown, I don't think it's good enough to actually use here. So that may become my target practice for my bows and arrows, which I also do. But I'll use the roof ribs there to extend the dome. So it's going to be quite a high structure over the top. But look, this is all recyclable. None of it is being cut apart from that one pallet next to the gate. And so you'll come up here from behind. You'll just step in, boom, and it's a cozy little spot, and I'll probably fill it out with shelves. And I got an idea to put a bathtub, and there it is. We found that down the dry riverbed, me and Warren, and went out one day hunting, and again, all the water runoff and everything else gets soaked up by the composting material which is underneath us, including the biochar. So I'll knock this up today. The walls, really quite simple stuff. The least work for the greatest effect, really, and it's permaculture through and through. Not that I had a problem with privacy, but you have to imagine and visualize the future. You know, these Italian cypress trees are going to get really tall, and that's going to create a very good windbreak. I'll probably get a couple of sheep in there, maybe a couple of goats as well, and there'll be a sort of lovely feel of living with animals. The bees will come around. The bees like the smell of urine, but they also need water, and so they're always looking for water in the food tunnel over there. We also get wasps, but I don't have a problem with those. I suppose at the moment we're dealing with ants because it's been very dry. Apart from this morning, we had a rainstorm, but it's been very dry. So just to close on this video, I'd like to say thanks again to Guido and Natalie, and I'll catch up with some of you later on if I can return back to the UK, or maybe make another trip over to Africa or Turkey or something like that. And welcome anyone to come here, Algo Robbie. You can find my website at www.soteriologicgarden.com, soteriologicgarden.com, all one word. Or you can just go to my Facebook pages and see all the links there. In the meanwhile, I'm just going to sit down here, listen to those dogs barking in the distance, and visualize how I can make this place even cozier. Okay, now, bye.